In this video, we are going to explore what it means to use the target impression share bidding strategy. So what does it mean? When would you use it? And why would you use it? So we're going to look at all of that and more coming up. Hey guys, Darren Taylor of thebigmarketer.com, and my job is to teach you all about digital marketing. Now, if that's up your street, you should consider subscribing to my channel. And in this video, we're looking at the target impression share bidding strategy. So let's go right into it and first understand what I mean by bidding strategy and, more importantly, target impression share as a bidding strategy in Google Ads. A bidding strategy is essentially the way you decide to bid on your keywords in Google Ads. Now, of course, Google have moved to a smart bidding option, so therefore you can use smart bidding strategies, and target impression share is one of many smart bidding strategies. Target impression share is exactly what it says. Essentially, your bidding strategy with a target impression share is essentially targeting a specific percentage of times your ads are going to show up for your target keywords in your campaign. So if you set your target impressions high at maybe 100%, then what Google Ads is going to do is try and push your advert to show for every single search that a user makes for your search terms or your keywords. So this is going to be really important for branding and making sure you're appearing well for potentially your brand name and things like that. But in reality, this is very much a vanity bidding strategy. You're not going to essentially improve the performance of your campaign from a cost per conversion point of view, or even necessarily a conversion volume point of view. Again, it's all about vanity. It's all about showing all the time when the user performs a search. Now, again, if you want to maximize your volume while increasing your conversions, this probably isn't the best strategy to use. But if you're really concerned you're not showing up every single time your brand shows up in a search because your competitors are aggressively bidding on your brand name, or maybe there's a specific type of keyword you're using where you want to show every single time because it could provide great ROI for your ad group, then this could be a target impression share perfect scenario. So again, it all depends on your campaigns and the strategy you want to imply, but there are much better strategies for getting more conversion volumes and better conversion rates, and also a lower cost per conversion as well. So target CPA bidding strategies, for example, which I'll go on to in other videos in the future, could be a great way to improve your conversions. But going back to target impression share, it's all about vanity. So what I'm going to show you now is exactly how to set up a target impression share bidding strategy within Google Ads. I'm going to jump on my computer and show you guys right now. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to update your bidding strategy to a target impression share strategy. So as you can see, I'm logged into my Google Ads account. I can see all of my campaigns. So let's go ahead and do this now. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into the campaign I want to change the bidding strategy for. So I'm going to pick a campaign here to show you. So now I've gone into the campaign, I need to head over to settings. Now within the settings, there are a number of options, and the option you want to update your bidding strategy is of course the bidding option. So click the drop down to open up the bidding option, and as you can see at the moment I haven't got a bidding strategy selected, so I've got manual CPC, which we'll go on to on another video, but in this video we're talking about the target impression share bidding strategy. So to change the bidding strategy, you click this little link down here, and it gives you kind of a help tip, essentially a little tool tip here to say choose the metric you want to focus on, and it will give you some metrics like conversions and clicks and impression share. Now for this, we're not necessarily going to pick impression share directly from this option. We're going to use a different option by selecting a bidding strategy directly. So when you click that link at the bottom to select a bidding strategy directly, you'll see a list of bidding strategies, and now you will see all of them are here. So target CPA, target return on advertising spend or ROAS, clicks, conversions, page location, target outranking share, enhanced CPC, and of course the option this video is about, target impression share. So I'm going to click that, and the next options you have are that you can decide how you want to target your impression share. So of course it sounds implied that target impression share will focus on, of course, a high impression share, or maybe getting 100% impression share, but you can actually customize your impression share within this option as well. So where do you want your ads to appear? You can actually select which parts of the page you want to actually target your impression share. So the top results, anywhere on the search results, or the absolute position 1 advertising spot on Google. So you can go ahead and select where you want them to appear here as well. Then you want to select your target percent of impression share. Now, of course, if you target 100% impression share, the campaign's going to try and maximize your campaign budget in order to appear for every single search for your target keywords. If you make it 80%, then it's going to try and push it for 80% of the time, and so on and so forth. If you go for 50%, then it will target showing up 50% of the time searches are made for your target keywords. So you can go ahead and put your target impression share in here. So for the purposes of this exercise, I will put in 100%. I want to show up every single time. Next, you have your max CPC limit. So of course, if you set a low CPC limit, your target impression share might not be met, because if you want to target 100% of impressions when someone triggers your ads with the search, but your bids are set too low, then Google Ads has no room to maneuver. So when you're doing this, if you are targeting 100% impression share to show up every single time, then you need to make sure your maximum CPC limit is set pretty high for your industry, because then it will guarantee that you'll show, well, not necessarily guarantee, but the likelihood will be a lot higher that you'll show in those high positions with the target impression share of 100%, so getting a bigger impression share because you've got a higher bid in order for Google to actually be able to show your ads in the first place. If you set this too low, Google physically can't show your ad every single time, therefore you won't get your 100% impression share. So just bear that in mind as well. And the final option here at the bottom is to use a portfolio strategy. So if you click this, you can actually go ahead and create a portfolio strategy that you can save and reuse, and you can actually reuse that anytime you want across different campaigns. So if you've done it once on this campaign, you can go ahead and save a portfolio strategy within this as well. So you can reuse this over and over again, so you don't have to go into every campaign and update your bidding strategy with exactly the same techniques you're seeing here. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to use an existing strategy. So I'll go back to a standard strategy, and I'm going to set a CPC limit of £10. Then I'm going to hit save. And that's it. You've updated your bidding strategy to a target impression share, and you've given Google Ads enough room to maneuver to get 100%. But in any time when you're looking at this from your campaigns, understand what impression share you're trying to achieve, and understand the CPC ranges within your niche and your industry in order to meet those max CPCs, in order to get the impression shares that you need. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please leave a like below. Let me know in the comments if you're using a target impression share campaign and why. And then, more important than that, don't forget to subscribe and check out the other content across the channel, and I'll see you guys on my next video.